rap region.
Well, I didn't do a rap region.
Right. right. That sounds you're taking a play out of my book, mate.
Right, if only your trees are missing leaves, you know why. No, wait, it's books.
I don't even know
You-
what
you
you're
take-
trying to say.
You know, you're taking a leaf out of my book.
Oh,
if any
yeah.
of your books are missing leaves, well, I've butchered it. So, well, I feel like there's not that many regions left. Like, there's
Yeah.
pretty much like the big ones, like New York, you know.
Yeah.
Good old unique New York. Can you do that?
Unique New York.
You said New York at one point.
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe? You definitely did. No, I'm playing that back.
Maybe not.
So I'm going to do a little bit of my collection, I guess,
I'll collection one.
with a bit of a twist. So I'll get the props.
Did you just fart?
No, that was a sneaker on the couch. It did sound like a toot. So I've got my two favourite shoes, or my two sort of like most out there shoes. I think my Rick Owens are the most out there, but I've already talked about them in depth.
Yep.
So I'm going to talk about these ones in depth as well. Oh shit! My Doc Martens. I will bring these up closer to the camera in a little bit, but these are like crazy detailed.
Mate, I swear you talk about this every second week on the show.
Whenever I wear these, I do say that they're crazy detailed, but I am going to go into depth. These are Doc Martens, so if you have any pair of Doc Martens, you'll know what they're like. But these are my first and only pair of Docs.
Dockies.
And I do have to say, they eat my ankle. Like, you know how in, like, I think it's Japan, you can go to, like, those foot spas where you put your feet in the water and, like, the fish eat all the dead skin?
Yeah.
That's, like, they got these fish here, but they're just eating everything. It's not just...
It's not pleasant.
No. It's like there's a
unpleasant.
piranha in here.
It's unpleasant.
So if you have recently acquired a pair of Docs or you're looking to get one, I would recommend getting like half a size up, maybe even a full size, sort of depending on the size. Like I'm a much like sort of bigger size. I'm a 12 or 13. What did I get these in? A 12. So they do run big. And yeah, you got to wear... Something's moved in the esky. There's an animal in there. So yeah, wear some thick socks with it, and I would recommend for the first like 2 or 3 wears, put like a few band-aids around your heel. I had to do them with these and my Rick Owens. I would say, I've read online a lot of places that it takes about 10 wears to break these in, but I would say if you're wearing them for a full day, it would take like 5 wears, like as sort of a minimum. But they're okay once you break them in. I wouldn't say they're the comfiest ever because I'd wear Ultra Boosts every single day at work, so my feet are a little bit spoiled. I've got little princess feet.
Right.
But these, yeah, for like boots, heavy boots as well, they are like very comfy and they're incredibly robust. If you didn't know, these soles have a lifetime like warranty. So if the soles like fail or like split or crack or anything, you can take them to like a Doc Martens store or whatever, and they'll just replace it, like put on a brand new sole for you for free.
There you go.
And yeah, it is very. I want to hold this for a little bit and just like push down on the sole. It is hard, but like it's quite spongy.
Yeah, it's pretty solid, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's got like a nice amount of sort of spring to it.
It does have some give in it.
Yeah, so that they are surprisingly comfortable for what they are, and yeah, these ones are leather, so they're obviously waterproof. Obviously, until you get to the eyelets, then I think that would sort of stop working. I've read a lot of places online as well, like recommend leather conditioning and like polishing it, but I haven't done this with these. They haven't cracked or anything. They've got a few sort of creases, but there's no signs of aging in the leather at all. So
There you go.
they're holding up pretty well. But yeah, I'll come up to the camera and give a few close-ups, but these are very good. I got these on a cracking deal as well.
Kraken plur.
From like 300 down to 90. Shout out Platypus. I only had one size left. I think it was mine. But yeah, got these on a cracking deal. They're surprisingly easy to wear, despite the crazy amount of detail and colours. But yeah, let's get some close-ups. Alright, so he's there on a horse, like with some sort of spear. He's like spearing this weird fish thing.
He's riding on a horse.
I don't really know what that fish thing is, but he's spearing it. But like, look at. I'm going to zoom in a little bit on the camera, but have a look at the detail in that cast. Like, this legitimately looks like a painting, and it's on a shoe. Like, you can see the bloody windows of the buildings on the other side of the lake. That is insane. Like, that blows my mind. And there's some like chick in a dress there, like some like Victorian era kind of dress. But that pattern just kind of repeats. Like, he's down here doing the same thing with the fish there, and it mirrors there. But yeah, it's like an insane amount of detail on these. Those buildings in particular just like blow me away. They've got like the nice hill up the top there with the castle. Yeah, these are insane.
They're insane. They got some nice detailing on them.
They really do. I think these ones are called like the St. George's.
Right.
But I could be wrong in that. And then finally, these are my, I'd say, third most out there pair of shoes. Is my Nike Vandals. Oh shit, the Velcro stuck together. That was a poor introduction of these. In a red satin. The satin's not a very common material, but it's quite soft. Is it popular on pillows? Or is it more like silk? Yeah.
More like silk sometimes, yeah.
They're fairly, I don't know, similar, satin and silk, but I think like silk is more delicate.
Silk is nicer, yeah,
Yeah.
than satin.
The one thing about these though that I don't like, there's a few things about these I don't like, but the main thing would be when they get wet, they show water stains for like a few hours. So if it's raining, you're going to have like a few drops like all in the toe box, and it just makes them look really old. I think they came with 2 sets of laces.
Right.
I chose the grey ones to like match the swoosh and the strap. Yeah, they came with a red pair. But yeah, the the swoosh is like a. Oh, I need a drink. I'm fully no. I was going to meme it and say I'm fully rejuvenated. Yeah, the swoosh is like a silver, not really a chrome, because it's not completely reflective. But yeah, it wraps all the way around the back. They are a very hard shoe, like a very flat, hard. It's not like an Air Force One. It may look like it, but it's not. But yeah, it is a very out there shoe. Quite difficult to wear, this one. But I think I got these pretty cheap, like $120 or something. That was from Laced, which you'll notice are being represented, a small little sneaker shop in Brisbane.
Yep.
So shout out Laced. But yeah, I got these cheap from there. And I would buy them again, but there are more things I dislike about them than things that I like about them. But yeah, the things I like are sort of have a higher sort of change on my opinion, if that sort of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting what you're saying. I'm picking up what you are putting down.